All right, what's up? What's up, my little Discord kittens? We're back, man. So this is the map I've been working on. Kind of a big one. Kind of a little biggie. So I had some time tonight. My sleep schedule's a mess, so we're gonna finish it. That's the schedule. I couldn't do it yesterday because I was dog sitting, and they would not leave me alone, and that would have made for a really bad, annoying stream. And then he finally left at like 10 or 11 at night, and by that time it was too late. So here we are now, and I now realize it is also 10:13. But you know what? It is what it is. Real skin color reveal? You're right. You got me. Hi, Sam. Oh, now Steam, Twitch is kind enough to allow me to snooze ads. Wait, what? Oh, if I put, I was scratching my head. How far does this go, by the way? Oh, I bet if I go over here, the fairy doesn't show up. I think I'm onto something here. And then I can just drag myself back this way. And we're golden! Ugh! Okay, so... I listed all the steps I needed to Julia. Let me pull those back up so I can think. Trees on the top left, on the top, cliff pass, ground detail, cliff detail, shadows, then treasure chest placement. Okay, so not too bad. Also, hang on 1 second here. I think I have an idea of how I can make chat better. Because if it's coming from a link... Maybe I can change it to my restream chat, which would be a lot better. Manage on web, maybe. I don't want to moodwood situations where I ignore him for like 10 years. It's really loud. Let me Google this. Eastern China. Oh, I see. Um, Browsersaurus. I'm gonna call this one Stream Chat. Okay, we're getting there. Uh, okay, this is like I type test. Mm. I really, oh my gosh, you can have League of Legends chat? Okay, I like this. We're gonna go with this. Wait, but it should, the background should have 0 opacity, no? But I don't get it. There we go. We got it working. Awesome. So now if I do test 2. That's so cool. Hi, Moonrider. Good to see you. Okay, so that didn't work, but the rest works. And now I know, if someone's on YouTube, we'll be good. I won't make the same mistake as last time. Anyways. What's up, Moonrider? Here's the map progress, as you can see. It's going pretty good. Almost there. I know. What can I say? I'm just that guy. Still kind of have to figure, it should be fire touch. Did you ever, fix your crashing issue, by the way? What's crazy is I'm gonna have like 1 to 2 more that are like that size. This is like a really big continent. That sucks, because like I said, it works for me now. Like, that fix worked for me. I wonder why it doesn't work for you. I could send you my RPG Maker thing again now, that I know it has that patch built in, and you can see if that works. Because I did it before, but I didn't actually have that patch in there last time. Okay, cool. But yeah, this is how it's looking so far. I mean, come on, looks pretty good. Okay, I need to be able to walk over the grass. Nice, I'm very happy. Still a bit too bright and stuff. Because I think it's using the desert brightness, but we can walk over some stuff still, because I'm still kind of like assigning passability and everything and all that good stuff. Yeah, we're getting there for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's the path. All that work just to walk to that cave. But there's a lot to explore. So actually kind of, yeah, oh my god, you will absolutely get lost if you don't follow the road. Which is kind of cool, you know? It is, yeah, it's really big. It's a really big, Okay, how could you get lost following the road? Do you have a magical compass that guides you everywhere? Anyways, so like, you could go, like, into this cave, right? And then you'll eventually end up out here, and you can be like, ah, cool. Now I'm gonna go explore. Wait, why can I walk? I can't walk right here for some reason. Whatever. Now I can go explore the cliffs. And then you're on top of the cliffs you were on earlier. You can come over here, and then, get hit with some impassability. Okay. But then, there you go. Yeah, but okay, but some people are in it for the exploration, right? So this is for them. You can just follow the compass, okay? That's really funny, okay. But yeah, that's the map. Okay, but I do the same, alright? I have a really bad sense of direction as well, but it's, I guess, not as bad as... Yeah, but then again, I am a man. We do just have like a natural sense of direction and leadership that's kind of unmatched, so... What can I say? Just kind of built in. Okay, before I forget, let me work on these issues inside here. Okay. Nope, nope. Yes. Sure. Nope, 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 nope. I think that's it for bushes. Yeah, okay, bush problem solved. Sure, your sense is pretty much smelling out all the Zaxby's in your local area. Okay, but honestly, dude, honestly. Oh, okay, so my sense of smell has not gotten there. I actually have a pretty bad. My sense of smell is like one or the other. I either like smell something like immediately and it's super strong, or I don't smell it at all. But what I will tell you, um, my sense of touch. I as soon as they hand me the Zaxby's bag, I know like approximately like I can tell if it's the wrong order by the like way it weighs, or if like they gave me extra fries or something. Is that crazy? Or is that normal? You know those like quizzes that are like pick your useless superpower? I basically have one already. It's like I can tell this like if you hand me a bag, I will instantly know if it's the Great Eight boneless meal from Zaxby's by the just by the amount it weighs. The fact that you say it's probably is adorable. I'm glad you think so. Oh, okay. I'm glad I went here because there's a lot you can walk over. It only Zaxby's. I haven't like I don't eat enough at like other fast food. That like this skill required like sole dedication to like one meal. Like they could hand me a Zaxby's bag and I could be like, looks like they went a little bit white on the fries today. I would just know. I feel like it's the type of connection you have towards your soulmate. Yeah, I've thought about that. I've actually thought about that. I'm like, when it comes to like soulmates and stuff and the idea behind it, I wonder like how much will Zaxby's factor into mine? You know what I mean? Like, are they another bit mega fan? Are they an employee? Surely, like there can't be like no connection between the two, right? And then I have to think about it. I constantly say, I personally am just not a fan of like poly relationships. and I don't think they're successful. But then again, maybe I'm just a hater, and if I I get a girlfriend, would we technically gonna be in a poly relationship with Zaxby's because I have it on such like a high and similar pedestal? Like she might make me a very like standard dinner, and I have to pretend to eat it, and I sneak out at night and eat Zaxby's. It's like I'm cheating on her. These are things that I have to consider in my life. The burden that has been placed upon my shoulders is not one that any average man may be able to carry. You never know. It's like if she loves Zaxby's, then you two could go there together all the time. If she doesn't, then off to the fact and more Zaxby's to you. That's true. That's true. I get Zaxby's. She's like, babe, just give me one fry. I slap her hand. You had your chance. I asked you if you wanted anything before I left, and you said no. Or then maybe if she does love Zaxby's and we go, I can just, but I would gain a lot of weight. I would like, she wouldn't be able to finish her meal. And then you can't just let food go to waste. Then I'd have to eat it for her. So then I would be eating 1.5 times the amount of Zaxby's. And then I would have to work out even harder to like offset that. There's a lot of factors I have to consider. It's hard to put that all into your dating profile bio. Really, Tron? You wouldn't share a fry? It depends how hungry I am. It depends. Like, did they load me up with fries that I have fries to spare? It's like an unwritten rule. We always say no, but we have to expect averages. Yeah, I know. The issue. Greed is a deadly sin. I'll have you guys know. Especially to want something that's just... You're not greed, you're pride. I know, I'm saying you guys are greed. Women. I was gonna say... the I was gonna say the concept of a woman is greed. I know that is a big generalization. I think that should solve those issues. Maybe. Anyways. I can go at them one at a time later. If need be. It stresses me out every time I hit save because like my project's big enough where it'll take a little bit, but it doesn't crash anymore, and that makes me so happy. Let me know, Steam. Okay. So next up is trees on these topside cliffs. I miss when mine would just work and be stable. Yep. Well, who knows? Let me send this to you before I forget. Okay, let me do that. and be dependable. Yeah. That's the downside. People change in relationships. RPG Maker isn't the same as when we first got involved with them. They've changed. It's like I'm describing a husband. Yeah, I was gonna say. He doesn't touch me like he used to. He doesn't. We don't go on dates anymore. He just plays video games and neglects me. He can have his hobbies. Yeah, but you don't want it to be they get buried in their hobbies and they just ignore you. And you feel like a whining puppy just trying to beg for attention, but you shouldn't need to beg. We've been there. Me with my friends when I want to play League and they don't. Guys, come on, like, just a few games. Or like Overwatch or Rivals or something. Please don't make me beg. Come on, we used to have so much fun together. We're done, Jaden. Come on. Think about the good times. Ugh. Look, RPG Maker as a second love is better than a mistress. Very true. I would have just at least just one mistress, just in case. But no more than that. No. And sometimes I think you're finally matured. You don't say something like that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. Of course. This is actually my little ghost, my little spooky ghost persona saying that, so it's not even really me. I want to make sure chat will eventually go away. I know you'd actually need a date before you can move on to a mistress. That's true. Some people argue with that, actually. I think the messages will stay... Okay. My model freaks out when I scratch my head in contemplation. Okay. I actually... Yeah, so Restream doesn't, if it was in a chat box by itself, it'd be fine. But it doesn't go away. So let me undo that for now, and then we'll go back. How will this work when you start adding a lot of events to this? What do you mean? And there won't be that many events. Can you imagine like you let it up and it just breaks your computer? There won't be that many. That'll be the test. And if there are a lot, I guess I'd have to break it up into pieces. Yeah, but I'm not gonna have like parallel maps or parallel events like constantly playing. But you are correct, though. You are correct. That is how they work. Um, my maps don't actually have that many events. Like, they have, like, really basic events. I think Solaria is the one with the most. The only time my maps would get laggy if I had a bunch of like lighting sources. So I'll have to consider that and see how bad it gets here. Hey, a lot of people say that's their favorite one. I know, cause you're a copycat. Opens up my projects, takes my animations, takes my names. I'm pretty sure I had my first. I think we went over this. And there's really no point arguing, because even if you did make it first, I would deny it and claim otherwise. I did take your boost animations, yeah, I know. With no remorse in your heart either. No remorse. That's fair. I guess we'll take that. I'm gonna tweak up my boost animations anyway, so I guess it's fine if you have that one. As long as you don't come back and try to take the upgraded ones, it'll be fine. Anyways. Gosh, thank you. I don't like making battle sequences, battle animations. Yeah, that's not fun, is it? It's not really a fun time. Well, honestly, I actually had a good amount of time making them last time. It just it gets tricky. It just depends, I suppose.
Dude, I wanna jerk off! Fuck! I wanna jerk off! Look at this!
Hey Ben, you know what? I would say we're winning. Working on a big old map, Ben. You know me. Oh, you see that? I don't know. Do you see this? Hang on. There we go. We're not compensating for anything. Shut up. I see spots where you can add more snow. No, surely not. It sucks. I know. I talked about that. I sent that in like my like dev group, and I was like, so I see this like, so I accidentally created a creepy smiling face in the map. Do I like edit it to change it? Because you can really only see it in the overhead. And everyone's like, yeah, you only see it there. It's fine. And I'm like, guys. And that way, I guess it will be cool if a player does manage to like figure it out. This is so all these black spots, by the way, this there's gonna be like red mist and like void shit like coming out of it. So it's kind of on brand. It's kind of fitting. Is it transparent? I haven't added it yet. So it'll be like moving and like smoke and stuff, and I'll use doodads for that probably, is what I'm thinking. That's the kind of like idea. Doodads are great. I can't live without doodads. At first they were like kind of like complicated for my to wrap my brain around, but then once I got them, I was like, ah, yes, yes. It makes sense. Yeah, that's better. But when when you don't use parallax mapping, it's a great lifeline. There just needs to be like a rock here or something. There we go. Tron, so totally unrelated. Okay. Like when sentences start like that. So I have a feeling it will be related, but I could be surprised. Would one of your fantasies be someone dressed as a sax piece, as a Zaxby's bag? I kind of like have like I'm kind of locked. I'm trying to like picture it. I don't know. Sometimes I think that would like kind of distort my view of it. I wouldn't want to like taint Zaxby's. I wouldn't want to think of sex, when I get Zaxby's. Like imagine I'm like, "Oh, damn. That sounds that sounds awesome." And I do it, right? But it sucks. Every time I pull up to like Zaxby's and they hand me that bag, I'm just gonna like remember that moment. And if it was sucked, I'm gonna be just gonna be like crying at the drive-through window and be like, "What's wrong?" I couldn't explain it to you if I wanted. And I have to drive away all somber. And that's the tricky part, right? Is like, no matter how bad that feeling may be as well, I know it wouldn't stop me from going back the next day and the next. The feeling wouldn't go away, but it wouldn't stop me. I guess you'd be able to feel exactly what's underneath, right? Uh, I gotta say, Me personally, I think the closest I'd want to get is like, let's say like, you know, you go to like one of those like Chinese like massage parlors, right? And for like a happy ending, instead of getting like a hand job, they just give you like a Zaxby's bag, and it's just you just get Zaxby's. Like that would be better, personally, right? You're like you're all relaxed and like a tranquil state. You're like, oh, nice. Oh, and I get 8 boneless wings from Zaxby's on top of it. What a steal! You know what I mean? Now that would be awesome. It would, right? Now that's a happy ending. That's what they need to do. A massage, right? Now, see, now you're kind of thinking like he's kind of onto something. Like something needs to go like around here, but I don't know what. It's good. Okay. Do I have work tomorrow? Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Uh, you know, some could argue yes, but is it really work if you get to do what you love, you know? Yeah, I do have work tomorrow. My sleep schedule's a mess though. You weren't here earlier when I was talking about it. It's a mess because I was babysitting. I was gonna stream yesterday, but I was babysitting my sister's puppy. Guys, they could have not like chosen a bigger breed if they tried. It's just he's just an American lab, but he's so gigantic. Let me I took a photo. I took a some stuff of him. Again with sizes. Okay, but you don't understand. He's a puppy, so he would like crush. He wouldn't sleep. First of all, he would not sleep, and I thought he was just gonna like lay on the floor. I'm like, oh, interesting how they didn't bring him a dog bed. Yeah, my bed is the dog bed, I guess, and he would cuddle up next to me, which is really sweet. But he would crush me. He's look at this. Look at this monster. Look, this is how big my bed is. I've seen a Great Dane with those Great Dane puppy. Those are so big and cute, and they're like so growing to their legs. And he's like super slim. And this is how like this was him eating. Like this dog like yeah he's an American lab. But I was like
Right, Jet? Good boy.
he's like being with this dog. I was like man, at any point he could just kill me if he chose to. Would he just go up and just lay like his head in your lap and everything? It was so cute, but oh, I'll show you guys this as well. Disney does these little videos, that so you know, like theme parks, when you ride something, they'll give you a photo of your ride. Disney does full-on little videos. Yeah, 60 pounds isn't bad, but this he was like 120 or something. Like, it's insane. Oh yeah, so they do those they do fun like little videos. And so this was the one of like me and my friend on the Tron ride. I thought it was pretty cool. That shit was awesome. I know. Or I think he was around that size. Or weight. I'm glad I look so happy in that one. Well, if that sees a squirrel while walking, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. When he's fully grown, oh my gosh. Good luck to my sister. Luckily, her husband and my brother-in-law is a professional trainer, and I'm taller than him. Let me just say that. You know, you might be extremely built and you could kill me with like a flick, but I am slightly taller than him. So who really wins the intimidation battle, you know? Which is good, you know, because as a brother, you know, I had to like approve of him to be allowed to marry my sister, naturally, right? So lucky he's a nice guy on top of that. So I do love big dogs, and I met a Saint Bernard bigger than me, and I loved him. They are, you know, they're really sweet. I'm just glad pit bulls don't get that big. Like, I'm like my dad's dog, like our family dog before I moved out, part of my dog. She's like a mix of like a lab and a pit bull or something like that. She definitely has like some pit in her. She is so sweet to us, but she is so mean to everyone else, and like she has like tried to bite people. And you know, I you know, there is the claim of there are no bad dogs, only bad owners, and I mostly agree. But I'm just saying, sometimes pit bulls, they get a little. If there was a dog that were to bite someone, my money would be on a pity. Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's probably like there might be more naturally aggressive, but then of course good owners will obviously like tame them and keep them under control. But oh my gosh, am I actually almost done with trees? No way, Jose. I can't believe it. Ah, that's a yes. I just have this cliffside to do, and then I'm done with trees. There's a pun in there somewhere. You'd be quite creative if you managed to find it. I couldn't think of anything like that. Ah, there you go. Never mind. I was a doubter. I need something better, I'm sure, when it comes time to write Prim. Oh, is Prim a little pun master? I know she made like one corny joke, and I was like, ugh, that's awful. But, you know, I'm shallow, so I can overlook that because you're pretty. Wow. It's like you don't care about what she says because she looks good. No, no, no. Her character is important too, right? It's just like, you know. If anything, I'm progressive because I'm like, well, no one's perfect, you know. You take the good with the bad. Honestly, I'm Prim's best match because I'm willing to accept all her characteristics. Okay. So we can look at it from that angle instead. Your real love for fictional characters transcends boundaries. It's just because I just have so much love in my heart that I can easily extend it to those that aren't real. And I just have so much empathy that it's so easy for me to get into like false situations like that to truly understand characters on a deeper level. Actually, well, I'm the one to talk. I worry about fictional characters all the time. But yeah, I mean, who goes into like who would go into a movie and like your favorite character dies, or like a character that has like a really like sentimental death, and you're like, they were fake anyways, right? You're not properly engaged with it. Like, as humans, storytelling is one of our most powerful creations. The ability to empathize with those we know aren't real, but we can personally relate and like understand the writing, and the experiences and live vicariously through these alternative events that we know to not be true is one of our greatest gifts as a species, in my opinion. Now, see, now that actually sounded like sarcastic, but that is like a genuine belief I should clarify that I have. Okay. The trees are done on the cliffs. Awesome. But yeah, let me know how that EXE goes for you, Winrider. Because let's see, what is mine right now? $800. It'll like never go past this, I think, or something like that. Or if it does, it just has way more room and it would take forever to crash. Round detail time. So now... Oh, that's right. Okay, let me go back into these tile set. And then... Okay, we should be able to walk over grass. Is there any... That's why we couldn't walk over. Region restrictions. Okay. Yeah, so for some reason, it won't let me walk over these tiles. Is it wherever there's grass? So I think that is the grass. Unless it's, we should find it. Nope, that's not it. Perhaps is it this one? Yes, it is. So it's by the fence. There we go. That's why. Save. Even with this open, why saving? Big ass map, but it'll work. Watch. Boom. What are we up now? Alright, 984. Still has not crashed. That's big. Oh wait, that reminds me. I need to grab. Julia did some edits for Max to make him like his character sheet. Oh gosh. I actually have to make end stream early. I think I'm gonna. Oh no, no! I have to focus my. If I ever have to focus my vision, that means I'm gonna get like a migraine in like 30 minutes, and that's what's happening right now. Oh fuck. Okay, so that's a really bad sign. So let me just do this really quickly. I'll take some migraine medicine and have to end it early. Damn. I mean, it's fine. We'll end it at like, you know, it's 11 something. It's almost midnight. Website ads, you're good. I'm just saying, I started to notice that I've been having to like focus my vision, which means I'm about to have an ocular migraine in about 30 minutes. So, that means I'm gonna have to end the stream early to go get that sorted out. Wait, is that a thing on my monitor? Yeah, okay, it is. I was looking at Max's sprite. Is that? I think it's something on my monitor. I was looking at the edits and everything. So we edited. Wow, he looks better, but he looks naked almost. It looks so weird not having. Oh, okay, one little pixel error. I can fix that. You can get, basically just treasure and stuff. You don't need to. Mainly just treasure. Okay, well, I did trees. I'm gonna have to just finish it off stream. I wanted to just crank it out for like a multi-hour stream and make it be super late, but is it sparkly? You'll be able to find enough. If you don't explore, you'll be okay. This one is kind of made so that most, like, I expect 90% of people to stay on the path, right? But I want it to feel big, like, and you have the option to go there, even though you're not like expecting. You don't need to. But basically just going off the beaten path will also be dangerous because like there will be like corrupted monsters everywhere, but like on the pass you'll be safe. So anyways, I hate to cut it short, but like I said, I know that's a long way to say no. It's not sparkly. There you go. I'll just confirm it for you. I know massive migraine's about to start. I can already kind of feeling the start. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you Sam, Windrider, Ben. Good to see you guys. Kind of an impromptu stream. Just wanted to work on more on the map, and we got a good chunk done. Fixed some tile set issues. Worked on it for about an hour and a half. You know, we'll take it. Yep, have a good night, guys. Probably best for me to just cut it early and get some sleep, because like I said, I do have work tomorrow. You did absolutely nothing? That's not true! This whole cliffside now has trees. And I fixed some tile set issues. That's not true. That's a good. I was working for a full hour straight at the very least. All right. So no, I was locked in. I was actually. All right. You know what? You're just a hater. You're just a hater and a rage baiter, and I won't fall for it. Have a good night, guys. Hopefully a good start to the week as well. We'll see if we do any more tomorrow. It'll be impromptu if so. But yeah, Arc 3 work stream coming along. Well, like I said, hopefully to have a new stream schedule soon. But things are kind of crazy right now, so it's hard to find consistent times. But hopefully it'll change soon. All right, take care, guys. Have a good night. Bye. I guess you clicked a couple things in the engine here and there. Yeah.